Hello and welcome to our show. To those watching on New Bedford Guide, Fall River reporter Paul Santos live. Welcome in. We have a great show lined up for you today, as we like to say with Chops over there. Big show, really big show. We're going to be talking to a relationship, yes, sex therapist, Miss Donna Barrows Richard. She's going to be on in just a moment. You see her there. How you doing?
It's Harris Richards, Paul Harris.
Oh, I'm sorry. There we go. Yeah, we're off to a good start over here. When we start talking about these subjects, I start getting nervous, Well, it's actually interesting because the first thing we want to do is we want to pass along our heartfelt thoughts and prayers to anyone struggling right now during this difficult time. We want to wish everyone to get better soon and to hang in there. Of course, our show, we try to keep it a little light, but we try to talk about some important topics too. So that's what we're going to do today with Donna in just a moment, Donna Harris Richards. And of course, our sidekick of the century there, Mr. Chops Turner. How are you, Chops?
Good morning.
Chops is actually going to sing us a song in a couple of minutes. So we're really glad to look forward to that as usual. I just want to give some opening thoughts if I can, just for a moment here. I kind of feel sorry for the women who are stuck at home, with their husbands right now. I think along with masks, the government should be passing out hearing aids to the husbands so that they can hear what the hell the wives are saying, Do you hear what I'm saying, honey? Yeah, I hear what you're saying. I hear what you're saying. You can even attach a buzzer to it. Bzz, bzz. Can you hear what I'm saying? Can you hear what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Did you know, Chops, that the coronavirus may have actually started with bats?
That's right. I heard that. I heard that.
In fact, we did some research here, and it's really more strange than that. A sex-crazed man from New Bedford by the name of Dick Dracula Dominguez flew to China and had inappropriate contact with a vampire and was last heard saying, "Who's your vampire? Who's your vampire? Who's your vampire?" Really weird stuff. Where's your fangs? Where's your fangs? And last but not least, don't X out. Please don't X out. A man who lost his job in Australia due to coronavirus actually hit the lottery the very next day.
Wow.
So he went from bankrupt to bankrolled in 24 hours. Talk about getting a stimulus. That's a stimulus that can last.
That's right.
Well, we're going to go to Donna right now, but before we do that, Chops, were you really over there being forced to do chores around the house?
Yeah, my wife had to get breakfast, and I had to take the dog out, and I had to take the garbage out.
All right, so you're definitely ready to go now, right?
Oh, yeah, ready to go.
All right. Well, let's welcome in Donna Harris Richards. Thanks for putting up with the wacky comedy, but I do want to welcome you in, and we are going to talk about a serious subject because people are kind of cooped up right now with not only their significant others, but there's kids, and there's some stresses there, right? A lot of people are feeling stressed, correct?
People are feeling stressed for sure, Paul, yes.
So tell me a little bit about your background real quick. Are you a New Bedford person?
Oh, Paul, I'm from New York City, born and raised.
Wow, New York.
Oh, that's pretty good. That makes it even more interesting. And how did you end up in the good old Whaling City?
Well, I met my spouse and started driving back and forth from New York to New Bedford and decided to just settle here about 18 years ago or so.
Your educational background?
Sure. I had my graduate degree in social work, and went on that so I'm a licensed independent clinical social worker and went on to get my certification in sex therapy. I noticed the need for people to find happiness more through relational satisfaction. So sex and relationships seem to dovetail quite nicely. And people find lots of joy, pleasure, and satisfaction in relating to their significant other. So I try to encourage that and help people have better relationships. More sex, more pleasure, more fun, more passion. It's all good.
Hey, Chops, are you listening to this?
Yeah.
Well, it's interesting because right now people are under a lot of stress, right? So they're home. You would think that it would create a better chance to connect with your spouse, but it also puts some stress on. So what about that?
Yeah, how do you deal with the stress of being cooped up at home? Well, I say you have to get outside. You have to smell the flowers, listen to the birds chirping.
That's
You
right.
have to really be present and mindful. I know that sounds like a really simple idea, but it's so important right now to be doing that, to be what we have certainty about. This is all we have at the moment, and we can just put one foot in front of the other. We can find lots of pleasure. You know, in the Dark Ages came before the Renaissance. And so with the Renaissance came art and music and architecture and grandeur that we've never seen before. And we have 24/7 online access to those things. So we can go to virtual museums, we can make dates with our line, we can cook, we can go for walks, we can look at clouds passing in the sky. Again, it's, you know, sorry? Yeah, we can read together. We can, my husband's sitting over there. We can read together, play games together. We can, actually there, you know, there's a place I just found out about there. We can have sex together, consensual sex. We can experience physical intimacy and pleasure. I mean, your partner's right there. Why not make the best of it? They have these Zoom dance parties now at the House of Yes in Brooklyn. So you can just tune right in your living room and, you know, dance around. I mean, why not, you know, get those house projects done we've been doing for so long. Some couples I see are actually doing better in the pandemic because they are able to spend more time together, which they've been longing for. Lots of couples aren't doing so well, but I think it's about the story we tell ourselves and the narrative that we write in our minds. If we can write a new story, we can have more happiness and pleasure together.
You know what they say, Chops, technical difficulties. Looks like she's putting the distance on us right now. Yeah, it looks like Donna has been knocked off the air for a moment. So did you do all of your chores this morning?
Oh, yeah, I had to cook. I had to take out the garbage, take the dog out.
Oh, you're doing fantastic.
Yeah, I had to do all the above things, you know, but it's all good. Yeah.
Let's see. I don't know. She ran for the hills. No, she. Hello, is the caller there? I feel like I'm on WBSM. Hello. Hello. Turn your radio down. All right. I think she's eyeballing the husband. That's what I think.
Yeah.
You know, Chops, you had a song queued up ready to go, right?
Oh, I didn't have a song. I just going to do it a cappella a minute, like you told me.
Well, maybe this is the time to do it.
I know.
All right, let's hear a little Chops right now.
A bit.
For Donna to hook back up. Chops Turner, ladies and gentlemen.
It's called "Everything Must Change" by George Benson.
All right.
Everything must change. Nothing stays the same. That's the way of time. Nothing and no one goes unchanged. The young become the old. Mysteries do unfold. That's the way of time. Nothing and no one goes unchanged. There are many things in life you can be sure of, except rain comes from the clouds, sun lights up the sky, hummingbirds do fly.
All right, Chops Turner. Right there. Chops comes through. All right, let's see. Now, do we have Donna? We have the screen over there. I see Donna. Are you there, Donna?
Thank you.
Nicely done, Chops.
Thank you.
You know, that she really wanted to give you a standing ovation, but then she would have gone off the screen. Did you just spend the last few minutes with your husband there? Is that what that was all about?
The world.
Okay, all right. All right. Oh, there goes my head burning. My head's burning again. Oh, there we go. All right. All right. So Donna, what for people that are out there, they want to reconnect with their spouse. How do you do that? Let's say like some people are probably maybe they're not getting along too good with the spouse, and they're not used to being cooped up in the house the whole time. Like, what strategies would you suggest?
Engaging in pleasure and intimacy and using your imagination,
Mm-hmm.
getting involved in things that make you feel good. There's an intersection now between neuropsychiatry or neurology and psychiatry, which is that the more positive neurons we put in our neural pathways, the better off we are. So expressing appreciation to your partner, even when you don't want to, expressing what you're grateful for, what you can thank them for, doing that at least once a day. Better relationships have that as a matter of course. And then, you can, what I suggest to people is do double dates online on the weekend, on a Saturday night, reconnect with friends, go to a virtual museum tour. There's plenty of music to be had online. There's lots of concerts and all kinds of wonderful things that we can access and do together and get out of our own way. Cherish your partner. Think of them like your friend. I mean, we're all going through this together.
Right. And what about the idea that, you're not supposed to, get within 6 feet of other people? That doesn't apply at home, right?
No, my hubby and I have
nothing. Hey, Chops, make sure you repeat that at home, okay?
You gotta get me killed.
I mean, I suppose you can play with the idea of kink if you want to do a 6-foot dance with your partner. You can get a little kinky and fun with that.
That's right.
6 feet the way you dance. That's pretty good. I like that idea. That's a good idea. Dealing with isolation. A lot of people that they either live at home. You have elderly people that are home. They can't really have any, visits in person. There has to be a lot of phone contact and stuff like that. So what about that? What do you think people should do in that area?
I definitely think they should be talking to each other on the phone. They should be doing what we're doing now. We're socially distancing, but we can spiritually connect. We can be in this together and talk to each other and sing to each other. All that stuff that we can just engage in and have a sense of togetherness is so key.
Mm-hmm.
Now tell me about your practice, right? You are now in private practice at this time. Is that correct?
Okay, so I'm doing a lot of this, a lot of telehealth. I'm seeing clients online. My website, if anyone is interested in doing, sex therapy or couples therapy, my website it's a new one and I'm very excited about it. It's sexandcouplestherapy.com. I have a Facebook page, Sex and Couples Therapist, and I have a Twitter channel called The Happy Ending Therapist.
Really? That sounds pretty good, Chops.
Yeah.
Through the website, they can call me up. I will email them. I have a workbook called the Coronavirus Anxiety Workbook. And it's got lots of wonderful ideas in it about how we can help ourselves to feel better going through this difficult time.
I'd like to say hello to the folks in Fall River watching today. We have people in Tampa, Florida. We have folks chiming in from anywhere. If you have a particular question before we let Donna go, just type it in and we'll pass it along to Donna. I think it's just that we haven't really been through anything like this before. We've been through situations where, maybe we were off work for a while or we've been on vacation or we went away or whatever. But to just be shut down and totally cut off from everybody, this is very different. And I think people that have depression and anxiety in general, they have to be like a vulnerable population, right, Donna?
Yeah, it is a difficult time. We're all in this together. I mean, even for therapists, it's difficult because, this is not neurotic anxiety therapists are dealing with now. It's realistic anxiety.
Right.
We are all at risk and we have to take care of ourselves, take care of each other for the greater good, stay the home And just remember that we'll get through this. This too shall pass. It's going to be okay. We just don't know what it'll take, but you know, through lots of stuff before, and we'll.
The fact that we have the ability to, speak over, the internet like we're doing right now, doing FaceTime. I've had people had like a virtual Easter Sunday or, a virtual Passover or whatever. That's got to help the situation a little bit, right?
Oh yeah, FaceTime is great. Zoom meetings are great. Even for, lots of older folks, my included, meetings are great because you can have 9 or 10 or more people on there all together seeing each other really well. It's a beautiful tool.
All right. So any final thoughts before we let you go, Donna? What would you like to say to the folks along the South Coast that, they really can't wait to get back to normal here? They're like, I think people are like chomping at the bit to get back to normal. What would you like to say to the folks about trying to get back to normal?
I'd say practice as much patience as you possibly can. Patience is a virtue. We have to really be mindful. So we'll hang in there, stay safe, wash your hands a lot, and we'll get to the other side.
All right, Donna. Well, I'm sorry we had some technical problems, but what we like to do here on New Bedford Dad and Fall River Reporter, we'll recut the interview and repost it, and hopefully, if it can help folks, I think it probably will. People can take some of your advice and employ that at home and employ that with their families, and hopefully, we'll get through this and we can get back to normal. Thanks a lot, Donna, for being with us.
Oh, for sure.
Take care, Donna. Nice meeting you.
All right. That's Donna Harris Richards. Hello to the folks in Rochester. We have a message here from Maria that says, stay strong, be healthy, be with your family. That's what we want to do. And I know somebody up there said, hey, you guys think this is a joke? Somebody said, no. We don't think it's a joke at all.
By no means.
And I had some sadness in my family, which didn't have anything to do with the corona. But believe me, I understand sadness and pain. I think it's just a matter of, hey, just trying to have a laugh here or there and trying to make it through.
I think a lot of it, Paul, too, is psychological, man. Mostly when I go and sing, I come home. I'm home most of the time anyway. Or I come home, I go sing, do my thing, and come back home. Or I walk to the park, or it's nothing else. I would be. I mean, it's like a normal thing for me.
The last time you were on, somebody typed in the margin, but I didn't see it. Somebody said, "Hey, Chops, how about 1 in a million?" Well,
yeah. They know my songs, boy. I tell you.
Yeah. So people like that one. So we'll have to have you do that one when you can.
Okay, no problem.
1 in a million.
Yeah.
Chance of a lifetime.
Yeah, of a lifetime. That's right.
You know why people like you doing that one? Because you have the low voice that can hit that octave.
The baritone, right? The baritone voice. Yeah.
The baritone voice coming through. All right. So what else do you have left to do around the house? Right?
I got my grandkids here, so they keep me busy chasing them around the house.
All right, that's all right.
Chasing them around the house, man. Do some work I haven't done. There's a blessing and there's a lesson in everything you do. So this blessing for me is get myself ready for when they do open up the economy. I'm ready to go at the shows. I'm ready to go. Have my material, learning new material. Which I should have been doing a long time ago. So
well, that vocal cords, right? There are muscles there that have to be exercised, right?
Right. That's it.
All right. So what we're going to try to do is we've actually popped on here unannounced a couple of times on Saturdays, just to kind of get back into the swing of things. But we're going to get back to our Monday night schedule, starting this Monday night, and we had some momentum going there, and unfortunately, this is such a sad time, so it's kind of tough to be joking around and doing what we normally do. But my cousin Jane's going to be coming on, Jane Gonsalves, on Monday to talk about politics. And we're going to talk about this interesting politically correctness and politically incorrectness. I got to tell you, I like being a little bit on the politically incorrect side. I think people get upset too easy. You know what I mean? like I think we used to joke around with each other and poke fun of each other more than we do now. And I'm not saying being mean or anything,
Right.
But it seems like people are too like, oh, they get a little upset every little thing, So
Right.
we're going to talk about that. We got an attorney coming on, Ken Van Colin. We got a rapper coming on.
Oh yeah, that's good. All right, we can rap,
by the name of Singapore Kane. So
Oh
if you
wow.
look him up on YouTube, he's very, very good.
Okay.
Yeah, Singapore Kane is his name.
Okay.
And
Singapore
Dylan
Kane.
Guerrero is a dancer. He's going to be coming
Okay.
on. So again, we're going to try to keep accentuating the positive in our community. And again, at the same time, we want folks to know that we are sending out our thoughts and prayers. We're not trying to be too light during this very serious time. By the way, someone is telling us right now, a lady by the name of Marlissa Almeida Pimentel, she is watching from Holland.
Wow.
And she actually worked at the New Bedford Whaling Museum. She loves New Bedford. She misses America. She says, stay safe, praying for this to end. And next year, she's going to come and visit us. So how about that? Hello from Holland.
That's great. That's great. From Poland. Wow.
That's pretty far away. So, Chops, you're making it around the globe.
Finally.
A little drop here or there. You know what I mean?
Finally make it.
just giving them a little taste.
That's right.
So again, we're sorry about our little technical problem here. This is a first to us because we actually enjoyed doing the show from the studio, which was so much fun because we had a good setup there and we had people coming in. We had a little bit of an audience there and so forth. So to try to do this like this is a little strange, but we're going to try to accentuate the positive. Again, stay in tune with Michael, who's done a great job keeping up with the mayors of both New Bedford and Fall River. We got the governor coming on. We got the president chiming in. And, oh, my God, just hope to God that we can get past this with as little damage as possible. And hopefully we can be back to normal because isn't it true how you miss what you have, Chop?
Yeah, you don't miss the water till, you don't wish your well till your water runs dry. Is that right?
Yeah,
you must be well till your water runs dry. What of them?
All of a sudden, it's like, what the heck happened? All right. Well, a quick shout out to Matt Silva. I'm trying to get him on the show. He's a great and talented person. Elton Santos. I don't know if there's any relation, Elton Santos. Oh, there goes my head burning again. My head's burning.
You noticed that, man? Your head looks like a little fire.
That's a little extra brain power, That's been talking to the sex therapist, I was like,
yeah. Your mind's working overtime.
Make sure you show this clip to Mrs. Turner and see if
I will.
Here it goes again. Kimberly Lopes Bencourt, we'd like to say hello to her. Bob Oliveira, Mandy Marotte, a lot of people checking in this morning. So again, we're sorry about the little mix-up with the we're having technical difficulties, but we're going to straighten it out.
It happens.
And so you're going to be with us on Monday night?
Oh, yeah, looking forward to it.
All right, so maybe you can line up a couple of songs there,
Yeah, line up a couple more, yeah.
One in a million.
Oh, yeah. One of my
we're gonna oh, there goes my head again. We're gonna do I have an idea for a 30-second duet, you and I, and I'll
all right. Let's do something.
You're supposed to be helping me. You said you had my back.
I got you, man. We gotta think of a song that you and I can do.
Yeah, that's right.
I gotta think of a song. I'll think of one too.
It'd be like what was that one? Michael Jackson and Paul McCartney.
Yeah, Paul McCartney. Yeah, Ebony and Ivory.
Yeah, that's all.
I'll be Stevie. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh man, you're doing perfect.
Yeah, I'll be Stevie.
Hey, thank you very much for chiming in. Hello to everyone.
Thank you for having me, Paul. Always a pleasure, man. Always a pleasure.
We're going to try to get our technical problems straightened out. And thank you, Bedford Guide, Fall River Reporter, and our heartfelt prayers to everyone out there in the community who either has coronavirus or is affected in some way. The people on the front lines that are working, hearts and prayers going out to them today.
Oh, yes. Well,
all right, Chops. Thank you very much. We'll see you on Monday.
Well, have a good day. God bless. Take care. Thank you.
We'll talk to you again soon. Thanks for watching.
Thank you.